I got a question though. I got a question. Just one question. If you guys were performing like this and like giving this away this many chances against a championship side, what do you think's gonna happen when Havertz and Werner are in your box doing the madness? Like, what do you think's gonna happen?
The thing is what you have to remember, is remember the goal that Van Dijk gave away.
Yeah.
Do you think he would ever try that against Chelsea? Do you think he would ever even imagine?
I vaguely remember him doing it at Anfield against Arsenal.
Yeah.
And the thing is, you only get one of those. You make that mistake, your manager will be hounding in your ear. That you can't do that again. So he's not going to do that.
But he has done it again. That's the point that Jamie's making.
He's full of them at the minute. I think ever since Reece Nelson, it's been downhill for him.
Of course.
You're all about to witness a monumental throwdown.
Right, hello everyone. We're up to welcome to episode 25, I just say, of the FPL Bros. It's me, Coach, and Jamie. How you doing?
I'm all good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, fine. Jamie just came back from a wonderful trip, so you must be feeling nice, refreshed, and relaxed.
I mean, yeah, I am. I mean, I saw my fantasy football league score for Gameweek 1, so that was a small downer on my trip. But other than that, it was perfect.
Don't worry, we'll soon just get onto that. But just to say, obviously, if you listen to YouTube, then just hit the subscribe button. It's completely free. Hit the like button. Help us out. At the end of the day, got a couple of black guys talking about FPL. What could be better than that? So yeah, obviously we just had Game Week 1. We're recording on today's Wednesday, right? So yeah. So Game Week 2 is starting off on Saturday. And shall I go first with the team, or do you want to go first?
Oh no, you go first, please.
Okay, right. First of all, I have to stress that this game is a marathon. It is not a sprint. Yeah. And Game Week 1 scores, it's a nice boost to have a nice score, but ultimately you can always catch up if you're behind, and if you're ahead, you can quite easily fall behind. That's all I'll say. But now that I've got that out of the way, I rolled in with 77 points, which was pretty good. So obviously, I think the big decision for everybody Game Week 1 was, I think a lot of people had Aubameyang and Salah, and the big decision was who to captain. And it could have gone either way, frankly, but I captained Salah, so I got a nice 40 points from him. And then obviously overcame in with his 7 points. I had Leicester City's Justin in defence. He came in with the 9 points because I think he got a clean sheet and an assist as well. It was a fantasy assist because he was in the box and he got fouled, and then Jamie Vardy took the penalty, and I'll take that all day long. When I first saw it, I thought, yeah. Sorry, what were you saying?
I said, yeah, of course, anyone would take that.
And then, so I had Calvert-Lewin also. He scored a goal, which was interesting because during the restart period, he really tailed off, and he was just so bad. But something told me that things would start up fresh again. And again, it's like a 50-50 call. I had Werner, he got his assist, and and basically that's where all my points came from. And obviously it was massively down to Salah. Basically, he scored more than half of my Game Week 1 points. So I've got 77 points. I'm sitting at 425,000, and I'm not counting my chickens, definitely not, because my Game Week 2 scores are usually really bad, so that I'm expecting that to happen right now.
You're all about to witness a monumental throwdown.
Over to you, my friend.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if you said you did all right and it was okay with 77, I don't know where it went, but I managed to grab 26 points from my first week. As you said, it's a marathon, so let's hope that's true. Yeah, ouch is right. If you want to call it a big hitter, I think my big hitter was Lacazette with a goal. With a goal and just on a bonus point. I think, you got a bonus point, a goal, bonus point, and then 2 points for his minutes. So that was a total of 7 points. And I got Tierney with a clean sheet, which was pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll just look quickly across the board. Like I had players like Havertz, Son, Mitrovic, Alexander-Arnold, Basham, Doherty. Like these are guys that from last season were usually raking decent points quite regularly in the double figures. But
Yeah.
I guess it just wasn't for me. You
No.
know, I mean,
Look, go on.
no, I was just gonna say I wasn't able to get like I didn't go for any of the like the top end talents in any of the particular positions. I tried to spread my money across the board, across the positions, trying to get maximum points. But obviously I fell flat on my face with that. If I just went for Salah, it would have been a whole different story.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah. But again, to be fair, he did get 2 penalties. To take them away, and he's scoring the same amount of points as Aubameyang, or less really, because Liverpool didn't keep a clean sheet in that game.
That was shocking.
Yeah. Do you know what? I didn't know quite what to make of it because a lot of people were talking about Leeds. They've been talking about Leeds like. I mean, the thing is, I don't know. I don't watch a lot of Championship football, and I'm betting a lot of people don't actually. So sometimes you hear a lot about Championship teams, and like for example, season before last, everyone was going on about Norwich. It's always attacking football with Norwich. You know, if you score 2 against them, they'll score 3. And Norwich, I think they finished top of the Championship and they scored 75 goals, right? But it's the Championship, and I've seen so many teams who've been absolutely blazing in the Championship, and then they come out and they play against some big boys, and it just goes down real quickly. And I'm cautious when people talk about Leeds like they were Real Madrid or something, yeah. And so I was like, you know, I'm not prepared. Okay, look, I know Bielsa's a good coach, I know that, but even if you're a good coach, if you've got a bad team, it's not going to help. And anyway.
I think I wasn't too surprised, to be honest. I won't lie. I wasn't surprised with Leeds because Arsenal drew them the FA Cup. I can't remember which round it was, but it was one of Arteta's earlier games. And man, like from kickoff, I was shocked. I like, you know, when you're going into it, like, oh, FA Cup, Arteta gone. Like, get us a couple goals and like really make a statement here, and then we'll roll on through to the Premier League. And it was tough. Like to the point where he was pulling on our like Premier League starters at halftime and for this game. We need to put it to bed because they're killing us. They're extremely well drilled side. But from what I've heard from some friends from the Championship, they start hot, really hot, and then come March they die off because he likes to use 16 players and only those 16 players. I've heard. Yeah,
he sticks with players when they're playing bad. I hear that kid Bamford. I hear he takes a lot of shots, and even when he's not scoring, there's Bielsa put him in every week. Yeah, keep taking those shots, son. Keep taking it. You know, which is fine.
We took Nketiah back from. That's what happened. We sent Nketiah on loan to them, and then we had to take him back because he was like, look, he's not even starting games. Like, this isn't why we sent him there.
Yeah, no. Suppose though, from a fantasy football point of view, if you've got a manager, you know he's always going to play the same players. At least you know they're not going to be sitting on the bench, so that's something.
Exactly. Yeah, that's something.
Again, just imagine you captain Lacazette instead of Alexander-Arnold straight away. There, that's an extra 5 points. Obviously, you know you're still looking at 31 points. It's not quite as bad. So again, a lot of time it comes down to captaincy. I could have easily have gone with Aubameyang, and I didn't. And if I had done, I'd be 13 points down. You know. So I don't want to go into that too much. And Pope, he wasn't playing. That's one of the things that kind of slip your mind a little bit. Because you just think, well, it's the start of the season, everyone's going to play. But sometimes the Premier League will catch you out with stuff like that. And it's just one of those extra things you have to think about. Has my team actually got a game this week? So there's that. Apart from that, with the benefit of hindsight, sure, you can feel bad about your team. But before game week 1 started, I think there was reasons to be optimistic. Who would have seen Sheffield United losing 2-0 at home when you consider how well performed, you know? And they're just a good organised team. Spurs, again, I appreciate that a lot of the time they are a little bit predictable, but it's Mourinho's second season. He normally does something special in his second season. And, you know, Spurs were a team that got to the Champions League final not so long ago. So, again, I don't think we expected them to do quite so badly against Everton because they had a lot of new players who were supposed to be gelling, and sometimes it takes a while for them to gel. But it's just so clever that they all slotted in there. Doucouré, Rodriguez, Alan all sorted in there, sort of playing like they've been there for
I know.
years.
It looked like a side that had been playing for ages together. It was unbelievable them together. I don't know if that's a compliment on Ancelotti or like criticism of Mourinho, but it looked like they were having fun, and that was it. Like this was just old friends playing together.
I have to admit, I mean, I've got Son in my team as well. I am a little bit worried. They've got some good fixtures coming up, and I want to keep them for the good fixtures because if I bring this up, they've got Southampton away, Newcastle at home. You've got to expect goals there. Then, okay, they've got Man United away, but then Man United, they don't really keep clean sheets. So, they still could get something there. Then West Ham at home, Burnley away, Brighton at home, West Brom away. That's goals. There's goals, right up until game week 8. But I don't know, because Mourinho's, he started already. He came out, said they don't have the right mentality, they're lazy, they weren't there mentally. They went,
man.
and
I swear. Mourinho,
so
I love it.
If you're only Spurs players, you do worry. Doherty looked good, though, I have to say. He was doing exactly the same thing, which is just running off the right into the box. And he almost got a goal. He did everything right. And
he's very good.
Hello?
Hello, yeah, he's very good, isn't he?
James, if you come and join us while we're recording.
Yeah.
Bad form. So, welcome, Mr. James Mercer, of typical CPT, where we're 10 minutes in and he's joined the chat. How are you doing, sir?
Not bad.
Not bad.
And keep up with my time management, but how it goes.
Okay, yeah, I do know how it goes. 100%. Yeah, okay then. So
one comment on Doherty. I noticed that I caught some highlights of the game, and it looked like he was playing like a winger rather than a wing back, and I think he was shocked because in Wolves he used to play in a back five, and he used to shirk his defensive responsibilities. But in Tottenham they're playing a back four, and everyone's looking at him like, "Mate, what are you doing up there? You better come back and defend."
It's a different thing out there. It's a different thing with him.
Different things. So I think Mourinho might throw the boot at him and just tell him, "Look, you've got to sit at the back of it." So I don't know. I want to see how that develops over the season because
they say that, but if he had scored, it'd been a different story. They'd be like, "Yeah, you stay up there. Stay there. You've got that guy on toes. Don't worry about it." so anyway,
even Mourinho will get onto the wingers and the strikers for not getting back. So I think, if he shirks responsibility, he's still going to get it. He'll get it.
Yeah, but the thing is, we all knew what Doherty was like. We'd all seen him play for Wolves, so you buy him for a specific reason. When Aurier was in that position, he used to get forward quite a lot as well. I think, generally speaking, what they do is that they let the right back go forward and then keep the left back, as it were. But anyway, Mitrovic, Ings as well. I'm just going back to Jamie's team. Mitrovic, Ings, again, you can not expect goals from them, so don't worry about it too much.
You're all about to witness a monumental throwdown.
So, James, your punishment for coming in late is that you've got to take us through your score because it wasn't that much better than Jamie's, was it?
Boy, my score was absolutely horrendous. I had one of those teams that, on hindsight, it's obvious I shouldn't have picked them, but at the time, it's like, let me just go with it. Let me give it a go. Let me give some of these guys a little run. So
tell us your score. Tell us your points.
Give me 1 minute. My
27.
score was it?
Yes. So that's one more than Jamie.
That is very bad. Bad.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to put them up on the YouTube video as well, so everyone can see your shame.
To be honest with you as well, I've already used my wild card, so I can't really see my old team. I can only see my new team.
Well, if you go back to your game week 1 points, it will show you your old team. But it's fine. I've got it up in front of me anyway. So
did you use your wild card? Did you?
Yeah, I used it immediately. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
Wow.
Again, look.
I had to.
Wow.
Everybody plays the game differently. What I was saying to Jamie before you came is that it's the marathon. It's not a sprint, And like game week 1 score, sometimes you forget about it real quick. So it's just how you carry on. And remember, you picked those players for a reason. Just because they didn't do well in game week 1, you still picked them because you thought they were going to do well. They've got games to do well. Anyway, you've already changed your team, so we won't
same players last season. I would have got a lot more points if I just followed my own instincts and things that I already knew. I would have been fine. But I thought, let me mix up the team.
Look,
this year is going to be a bit different.
I was going to put Mane in my team, actually, but then I decided I'd go with Aubameyang instead because he'd shown in the Charity Shield and the FA Cup final that he's looking good. The new contract was pretty much in the bag, and players tend to play well when they've signed a new contract. I'll tell you guys one thing. I like my stats, yeah? Apparently, Salah's XG, if you take out the penalty, for the game against Leeds was 0.32, and Mane's XG was 0.28. So there wasn't that much difference between the shots they were both taking during the game. Yeah. It's just that Salah had the penalties, and then he had that world-class goal that went in. But it could have been a story.
But at the same time, like Liverpool, every game, like most games they have so many chances and they miss a lot of them. Like it's just a regular Liverpool thing. They just have chance after chance and they miss a lot.
What I would say to that is that Salah takes a lot of shots. Mane takes less shots, but his shots are generally better quality ones. So all I say is that the penalties made the difference. It could have been a different story there. You got Robertson in there as well. He got you an assist. That's okay. Kind of softens the blow, conceding 3 goals. Soyuncu obviously got you a clean sheet. Traore could have been a different story as well. I think he nearly scored towards the end of that game. 3 points isn't too bad. Richarlison also should have scored in that game. He had 2 very good chances to score. Ings also had plenty of chances to score, but Guaita was on form. Crystal Palace goalkeeper was on form. So sometimes, I point out that I only got points for 5 of my players. I had Ayling in my team. He got 0 points because he conceded 4 goals. But where are we now?
You're all about to witness a monumental throwdown.
Yeah, so we've gone through our teams. Did you have anything else, Paul, you wanted to say, James?
Yeah, I was just saying that I've completely lost my track of thought. But the first week is always a roll of the dice. You are right. It is always a roll of the dice.
Yeah, because sometimes people who go on,
have learned something from this week. It's going to take a while for some players to get into a rhythm, but some players are already in their rhythm and they're not going to hit the ground running. And the hunger, what I would say, the hunger that Mo Salah showed, I watched the whole game. The hunger he showed was clear. I watched the whole Arsenal game. The hunger that Aubameyang showed is clear. So to have those 2 people in your team is almost like a no-brainer. If you get those 2 people, like those 2 got me the most points. Aubameyang got me the most points last season. He kept me hanging. And the other thing is with Everton, I'm talking about Richarlison and Calvert-Lewin, with James and Alan in that team, those 2 are going to perform a lot better and get a lot more results. Alan is not in my team. I'm not going to put him in my team, but I think that contributes to them 2.
What I would say is that Calvert-Lewin only had 2 shots in that game. So again, you've got to kind of take these things into context. Richarlison, yes, he's a good player, but in that game, for some reason, Ancelotti played 4-4-2 a lot of the time last season. For some reason in that game, I think he played a 4-2-3-1. So Richarlison was out on the wing. So, he wasn't out and out striker but next to Calvert-Lewin, which even though he had very good chances to score in that game, he's not going to get as good chances out of the wing as he is up front. So again, you've got to take these things into context.
Not an out-and-out striker. Richarlison's not an out-and-out striker. Richarlison's not
an out-and-out striker, but he can play in a front too. And sometimes even what was the Everton manager before Ancelotti? What was his name again?
Marco Silva.
Sometimes Marco Silva played him up front on his own.
Yeah,
so he can do it
on his own. The other option, and he didn't really respect. He only played him up front on his own because he didn't really have that much other options.
No, I don't think so. No, mate, I'm telling you, Richarlison can do it. Yeah, he's capable of playing up front and he's capable of playing on the wing. Simple as that.
So Watford, what position do you play for Watford?
Wing.
Yeah, it's wing, isn't it?
Yeah.
But Watford, he was very, very good for Watford. And for Brazil, he plays wing as well for Brazil. And,
he started well for Watford, but he tailed off quite dramatically about halfway through.
That's true.
all about to witness a monumental throwdown.
Anyway, look, let's move on. Again, I'm trying to keep this pod short, so I'm going to go straight on to player picks and predictions for game week 2. Yeah.
Sure.
So, Jamie, as we have not had you on for a while, yeah, I'll start with you. And so the big games we got. Do you know what? I think we can call Everton a big team now. They've got a decent manager and some hot players. So Everton
on the rise, on the downfall. What's going on?
Oh,
What colour is Liverpool?
Okay.
Man, like I've even got slander that I can pull out because I mean last time I was on the pod, I remember briefly saying that Arsenal will come back with 3 points, and James said I was crazy.
I remember that. Well, we did predict anyway. Here's the chance to show us your crystal ball skills again. Everton versus West Brom. How's it going?
Oh man, Everton are gonna run through them.
Yeah.
I don't even see it happening. Like the thing is, I think the teams that have come up this season, like I mean, West Brom and Fulham, Leeds are out of it. We had a conversation about Leeds earlier, and I think they're just gonna be a different side. I think they're top half of the table this season. But West Brom and Fulham, man, they're fodder. Like people are just gonna go there and bang points. Like Arsenal were
Actually,
not on it.
I've got a question for you. Assuming West Brom and Fulham do go down, who's gonna go down with them?
I don't know.
Yeah, okay, I kind of put you on the spot there.
Yeah, wait. Let me have. Give me 2 seconds.
Look,
I'm just gonna open up the table.
James, what's your prediction for Everton versus West Brom?
I reckon West Ham are going down. I'll put that in there.
That's not a bad shout. That is not a bad shout.
I think Everton are the truth now. I think Ancelotti is going to hunt for consistency. He's not a manager that's there to sit in around the mid-table. He's not going to do that. So I believe that Everton will give West Brom a hiding. I need to be a hiding.
Okay, same here. I can't see anything out other than an Everton win. West Brom defence, it just didn't look like they had one. I mean, who've they got? Hegazi, was he even playing at the weekend? Kieran Gibbs? I don't know. Are they about to sign a keeper? Will it make a difference? I don't know why we've said that. Right then, Man United versus Crystal Palace.
Okay, I see that being a... Okay, who's going up? Who's taking this one?
You can take it, James.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll join afterwards.
I think it will be like a 2-1 victory for Man United. It won't be an easy victory, but it will just be a regular day at work.
Okay. All right.
Jamie.
Where is it? Where are they playing?
At Old Trafford.
Old Trafford. I don't know.
Yeah, it's 5:30 on Saturday.
Palace are renowned to be in Manchester. Like they're renowned to be that. And I haven't seen what kind of form Man United are on, so I don't know. I feel like
Played it, have they?
No, they haven't played. They're playing tomorrow night.
They have.
Yeah.
Question mark. They're a big question mark.
Do you know what I mean? I don't know. All they've done is fall out of deals all summer. They keep missing out.
That's cold, man. You know, Man United, you know, they still got that pull. So
no, they've got to
never quite say that it's not them.
I don't know. I'm going to say Palace to win, and I think it's going to be like Palace shutting up shop and then nicking one at the end. Because Palace has got talent. I see it coming. And I don't know if Man United are going to be ready.
Palace do come up with a lot of their youth products. They're exciting and they really develop into full-blown Premier League players. It's true. Plus, a lot of people thought that Southampton should have got something out of that game of the weekend, but they didn't. Palace did a number on them. And their goalkeeper, when he's on form, he's really good. Having said that, I don't know. Do you know what? I'm not going to be clever because I just think at the start of this season, I think it's just going to be the same old for the first few weeks until, you know, new players and new managers and everything get used to everything. So I'm going to go for a Man United win. What kind of score are we looking at here? Do you know what? All I can think about is how Palace struggled to score goals. So I think it might even be 1-0 or 2-0 to United. Yeah, okay. So variance of opinion there. That's what I like.
You're all about to witness a monumental throwdown.
Arsenal versus West Ham. Who wants to take that first?
I'll take it. We're going to do them.
Of course.
That's it. We're going to run through. It's going to be nice.
Yeah. Jay?
Shall I take it? Okay, the thing is, on paper, Arsenal should give them a hiding. But because it's a derby, you never know. Do you know what I mean? Because it's a derby. So I think like a 2-1 victory to Arsenal, like maybe a last-minute goal or something at the end like that. But West Ham are going to be a scare.
I'm sorry, but I'm going to go with Jamie, and there's two reasons for that. First of all, West Ham defence is bad, and it's been bad for a long time. And even at the weekend, I think they conceded the second or third highest amount of chances, against Newcastle, right? Newcastle ain't Bayern Munich, yeah? You conceded chances against Newcastle, it's over, right? And I'm going to stick my neck out here. I think Arsenal's defence, it's time for them to shine now. I think it's been wobbly for a while, but, I think Arteta, he's finally found out how to get Arsenal defending, and he's all about the hard work and the running and the running and the running. They've got some new defenders in there finally. I mean, you've got centre-backs for days at Arsenal. I don't know how you even remember them.
Man, I can list them for you.
There's like 60 centre-backs at Arsenal. It's just mad. But
I think there's 9.
Yeah. That's enough for teams. 3 or 4 teams.
No,
but anyway, I really do think they're going to start defending like a top 6 team there. I think people are going to come in for Arsenal defenders. They're going to be worth the money again, finally. Because again, thinking about how they performed to the end of the last season, I'm thinking about how they did in the Charity Shield. I think it's going to be goals to 0 for Arsenal as well. And then I'm out. That's it. That's what I'm saying. All right, then. What else we've got here? Should we do Southampton versus Spurs, or you want to get onto the big game of the weekend?
Southampton versus Spurs.
Okay, real quick.
Game. So who you got? I mean, it's mid-table fight, really, mid-table battle. So it's quite interesting.
Oh gosh! All right, Southampton Spurs. What's happening, guys? Who wants to give me a prediction?
I see that being a draw.
Yeah.
Score draw.
Okay. I have to say I probably agree with that. I've got a Spurs player, but I really do hope he's the one who scores. I've got Son. So if it's going to be a score draw, he needs to score. Jamie, what do you reckon?
Man, I think I want to be mean and say that, it's going to be a Spurs loss, but I think it's going to be a draw.
Okay. All right, then. That's fair enough.
You're all about to witness a monumental throwdown.
All right, then. So the game I was referring to, obviously, was Chelsea versus Liverpool, which is 4:30 on Sunday. James, let's have your prediction.
I think it's going to be a Liverpool win, but it'll be a scrappy win. I just don't see Chelsea beating Liverpool. I think Liverpool will definitely win.
What if Pulisic is playing? Because he gave you a scare the last time round, didn't he?
Yeah, but if it's a scare, Liverpool will still score more goals. At the end of the day, this Liverpool team's been together a lot longer than the Chelsea team, and just the experience and like Liverpool fan, they'll pull out the bag. Whether they look good or they look bad, Liverpool's still going to win, no matter what happens. Let's see. Do you think Chelsea win that?
Do I think Chelsea have got it? Is that good?
Yeah,
I don't know. I won't know. I don't know. If I was going to put my money on it, I wouldn't put a lot of money. I'll tell you. It's tough, man. I don't know.
It is.
It's so difficult but the reason why I think it's difficult is because Liverpool have been wobbling. They've wobbled for a few games now. Like that was a wobble the last game. You can't walk away from that and say, yeah, that was nice. 3 points in the bag. It wasn't 3 points in the bag like last season. Not that way. That was a wobble. That was a wobble, man. And Chelsea also wobbled as well, because when you've spent that much money, you want to be putting teams away comfortably, and it looked like they kind of got away with it. Like their players it didn't look too great.
That scoreline flattered them. I think Brighton played well, and they were lucky not to get anything out of that game. It's a world class goal from Reece James, wasn't it?
Exactly. Yeah. And he doesn't smash them in. So if I reckon I do think that Liverpool will win, but I don't think it's just going to be a win. Like I think Chelsea are going to come out and they're going to really want to prove themselves against the big boys that, look, money can buy trophies.
We agree. This is exactly what I said. It'll be a scrappy win.
I don't know. Then I think at the same time, it could 90th minute draw or a 90th minute win to Chelsea. Like, I don't know.
Okay, a 90th minute win to Chelsea is a possibility, but I don't see it.
All right. Okay.
All right. It's a difficult one. For me, what's going to make the difference is A, Pulisic, and B, Chelsea are on the market. They've pretty much signed that keeper now, haven't they? What's his name? Is it Edward something?
Oh gosh,
Who's the
I know who
keeper?
you mean. I can't remember his name. No, that just shows how much we know about who's going to be in it.
It was on the tip of my tongue. I'm trying to find it. Look, if those guys turn up and Havertz plays like a man who's worth £71 million.
It's Mendy. It's another Mendy. Edward
Yeah,
Mendy.
that's it. Right. Thank you. So basically, if all the Chelsea big boys turn up, and by that I mean their big money signings, Werner's going to get something from the game, right? Then it's the balance. But I'm going to chicken out and say if Pulisic ain't playing, and if Mendy isn't ready to play, and you've got Kepa in goal, then I'll give it to Wimbledon. That's a
lot of caveats.
Liverpool. It is a lot of caveats because this is two big teams with talent all over the pitch, and two defenses really don't like to defend right at this moment in time. I don't know what's going on with the clean sheets, but like
it's crazy how that's happened, isn't it? I mean, one season wonder. I don't know. It was safe as houses, and now what? Now I'm even putting Liverpool players in our team, the defenders. We used to think, I'm being honest. We used to put them in our team thinking, that's a clean sheet, easy clean sheet. But now we're not. What kind of conversation are we having?
Okay,
The thing is,
Liverpool might go if Chelsea don't. All right, sorry, what were you saying, James?
I say that right now Liverpool are back to being quite similar to the Brendan Rodgers Liverpool, which is winning by scoring more goals, but still quite a bit. Because they're more focused on attacking than defending, just like Jose Mourinho, just opposite of what Jose Mourinho does.
Well, the thing is, I think like Bielsa showed why he's such a good manager with that game, because he actually implemented some tactics that did the business on Liverpool. But we haven't got time to go into it now.
You're all about to witness a monumental throwdown.
Okay.
Wolves versus Man City, which is going to be on Monday. So pretty much the last game of the game week, 8:15 Monday. What do we think?
Wolves versus Man City.
Yeah.
Man City comfortably win.
Yeah, Man City are having him.
I've got to go against both of you boys because
what?
Well, first of all, Wolves did the double over Man City. I think you're forgetting that from last season.
I think he's a different Man City this time. I think Pep's job's on the line.
Okay. Secondly, I don't know if Mahrez and Laporte are going to be playing because they've both tested positive for COVID. I mean, if Laporte isn't playing. Thirdly, Wolves are just solid defensively, and like they're going to be, and they don't have Europe to worry about this season, and like they've improved their team as well. So obviously Doherty's gone, and I don't know if they're going to sign a replacement for that. But at the moment they've got Traore playing on the right. He doesn't really have to do any tackling. He's so quick that if people knock it past him, he just runs after the ball. You're not going to catch him. He doesn't have to tackle you. So I can't believe he says he doesn't do weights. Does anyone believe that? I don't believe that.
Nonsense. Man, I don't believe this guy said he used to be black. So you know what I mean? There's a lot to ask questions.
That's true. You need to get him on the show and say, look, fam, we need to know. We need to know, yeah.
Yeah.
And then they'd be like, Cascalebra. I said, no. Every black person can speak English. Don't come with a Spanish.
Do you know what I mean?
Anyway, so I'm going to go against you guys, and I think Wolves give Man City a tough time and possibly even win one because they know how to do it.
I want to hear a scoreline. If you say Wolves, what scoreline have you got?
Me?
Put your neck out. Let me hear it. For the Wolves Man City game.
How about 3-2 again? How about that? Yeah.
Okay.
Jimenez
scoring one as well.
Yeah, Jimenez is definitely scoring. I'm pretty certain of that. Maybe, I don't know, is Neves back? I don't know. Maybe that kid Podence will get something. Yeah. Maybe their new left back, they'll use left back as well. Maybe he'll get something.
Okay.
Yeah, job done. Job done.
3-2. I'm noting it down.
Okay. Right. I think that's about it then. So yeah, we're going to wrap up there. Thanks again, guys, for doing the pod. I know it's late and like we've all got busy lives, but I really appreciate it. You turning out, and and just taking the time just to chat about FPL and football in general. So thank you two very much, and I'm going to say goodbye. That's goodbye from me.
And a goodbye from me.
All right. And a goodbye from me too.
Okay, bye-bye.